Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Diana Cooper comeback details, Leo's captivity visit to Mama, Judith Chapman's return airdate. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers reveal that Judith Chapman is set to duplication her part as Diana Cooper, so suckers will be eager to see the return of this brassy character. The news of Chapman's Days comeback blurted several months ago. But now there's evidence that she'll appear as Diana on June 25. Diana's last name was Colville back in the late 1980s, so you might flash back her from when Jeannie Francis, Laura Collins on General Hospital, played the part. Of course, Diana was greeted to the Days oil in 2019 as Judith Chapman came a recast, and also it was revealed that Diana Cooper was the mama of Leo Stark, Greg Rickard, aka Matthew Cooper. Although Diana is stuck at Statesville, DOL observers know Leo still visits her from time to time off-screen. Those visits no way go veritably well according to Leo, since his mama is such a monster. It's true that Leo's made some miscalculations over the times, but Diana is exorbitantly cruel and shows no affection toward her son at all. Still, Leo lately decided to seek some help from Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, since he feels so unlovable. Marlena may eventually realize that a lot of Leo's issues started with Diana, so she might encourage him to stand up to his mama and speak his mind. Whatever the case, Judith Chapman will indeed return as Diana Cooper on June 25 when Leo heads back to Statesville. Day spoilers say Leo's rearmost captivity visit should get enough tense and could lead to plenitude of colliding on both sides. It's hard to believe Diana will have some major advance while Leo's there, but this visit could still make a difference. Leo may open up about all the pain that Diana's caused him and ask some questions about her awful treatment of him. Still, Leo could get some check regarding the history and express his want for a real mama-son relationship, if nothing differently. Still, he may hang to cut her out of his life and stop these meaningless visits altogether, if Diana can't give Leo that. Leo might at least give Diana some food for study, so stick with us for further prognostications on this captivity trip and how it'll play out. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Leo will try to make some positive updates to his life, so Marlena will hope for progress as their remedy sessions continue. Paul Telfer celebrates the payoff blow that put the followership out of their misery. All products and services featured are singly chosen by editors. Still, Soaps.com may admit a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may admit certain auditable data for counting purposes. We suppose it's safe to say that the vast majority of Days of Our Lives suckers aren't violent people, indeed when it comes to fictional characters. But occasionally, a character just pushes all their buttons to the point that the only way out is by killing them off. That's enough much where Constantine ended up. He may be gone, but he most surely isn't forgotten. And all that he's done is likely to loiter for some time as well. We formerly seeing that moment, because as Xander made clear to Maggie, he shot Constantine out of pure rage. Teresa being in peril had nothing to do with it, and Xander could have a dozen other effects, besides put Constantine in the ground. Maggie, however, just wishes she could have transferred the man to hell herself. Sure, that's harsh, but as we said at the launch, it's a sentiment we suppose might be participated by a number of observers. Paul Telfer might have put it best when he and Lindsay Godfrey, Sarah, gabbled with Soaps.com. I can't flash back the last time we had a character on this show that the suckers so unanimously just despised the way they went after Constantine, he chortled. I mean, John Capellos is such a fantastic actor. Just making everybody's skin bottleneck with the way he was doing it. It was great. And chancing out that Xander would be the Joe that puts the followership out of their misery, it was like the easiest palm ever for transferring a double whammy of me getting what I want, but the followership getting what they want, and now bizarrely, Xander gets to be a idol for I doan't know. Still long until he messes it all up again. Xander holds gun on Constantine Days. In fact, it was so great that just learning of what was to come turned everything around for Telfer. Godfrey read through the script first, while Xander's portrayer was substantially just trying to get through his day, in a foul mood because well, he can't indeed flash back why presently. I am generally enough happy-go-lucky, but this time I was in a crab about commodity, he participated. I guess Lindsay read the script first and she was like, "You re gonna be so happy." I was like, "I misdoubt it." And she was like, "No, you re so bad burrow in it. You take control and you get to kill him." And I was like, "Really? And he stays dead?" Yes, and yes. At least, we were really hoping that the alternate question is an affirmative. So far, we ain't see any reason why Constantine would pop back over into the land of the living. And having Xander actually, truly kill someone horrible is commodity Telfer has been pushing for some time. That was super satisfying because again, it's just been one of those effects that I've been putting out there for times, he explained. I allowed. It made sense if you gonna try and defang a nasty villain like Xander a little bit by just making him into a wuss. It makes, and part of that's doing what no bone differently can, or will. It's a decision to take notoriety's life, Godfrey refocused out. And characters like Alex and Brady are delicacies. Alex's worst thing is that he can't keep it in his pants. And Brady's worst thing is that he's a pushover really. So neither of them would make that choice indeed to deliver Teresa who they both have a history with. It's a choice to shoot someone. Like, there's a reason people vacillate before doing it and in pictures. So the idea that Xander would just be like, "Oh God, give me the gun formerly," was great. We clearly agree. And it was just satisfying watching Xander walk in, snare the gun and take control. It also, as Telfer suggested, made so important sense for his character to be the one to do that. For all he'd been through, for Victoria's hijacking, Maggie's near murder and Victor's murder, Xander was the most likely bone to put an end to Constantine. I did feel bad for Eric, Martzolf, and Rob, Scott Wilson, Telfer joked. They were just supposed to stand there and just be useless. But he doesn't feel the same way for their characters, especially when Brady, Alex, and Teresa tried throwing him under the machine. Because, as Telfer points out, it was super justified. At least it was until they all wanted Tor litigated in the coming occasion and tried to make it out that he was wrong for doing it. But indeed that was really satisfying, because I saw all the suckers go, leave Xander alone. Indeed more importantly, however, with Constantine dead, that's just one lower handicap to Xander chancing out his true heritage. And when that eventually happens, we've a feeling the suckers will be right there in the frontal row, cheering him on formally again. Brady, Alex, and Teresa, however, are another matter. Jack's stunner return causes chaos for Abigail's disquisition, Chad and Julie in turmoil. Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates tease Jack Devereaux's, Matthew Ashford, return will really bring chaos to the show. The advertisement of Matthew Ashford reprising his part had formerly agitated suckers, but it seems they wouldn't have to stay long to see him back in action as Jack. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Jack Devereaux returns Tuesday, June 18th. Days spoilers for the week of June 17th. 21 reveal that Jack's unanticipated return to Salem will produce a dilemma for Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, and Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes. Clyde Weston's, James Reed, disclosure about Abigail DiMera's, most lately Marcy Miller, survival has urged Chad to seek the verity, and Julie will join him in his disquisition. As they're about to take some enterprising way in their hunt for answers, Jack resurfaces on June 18th. Despite Chad and Julie's sweats to appearing curious, Jack will snappily catch on to their concealed docket. Suckers can anticipate Julie and Chad chancing themselves in a precarious situation, but they might succeed in keeping Jack in the dark, at least until they gather farther information. DOOL spoilers, they do and want Jack Devereaux to know about Abby DiMera precociously raising Jack's expedience about Abigail being alive precociously would be inhuman. Since Chad and Julie cannot ascertain the probity of Clyde's narrative, it seems they will be bent in carrying concrete substantiation before informing Jack.